At 47, after losing everything, his business, his marriage, his health, John, a former tech executive, found a single Stoic principle that rebuilt his entire life in 18 months. He wasn't told to avoid painful emotions. He was taught to understand them. Specifically, he learned to transform jealousy, once his deepest shame and a source of crippling inaction, into his most powerful catalyst for change, leading him to launch a successful nonprofit. What if the very emotion you've been conditioned to suppress is actually a hidden blueprint, a precise map to your deepest aspirations? This isn't about ignoring envy, it's about dissecting it, extracting its wisdom, and forging an unshakable path forward. Are you ready to stop cursing your compass and start navigating? For too long, society has branded jealousy a toxic poison, an emotion to be avoided, suppressed, or shamed into submission. We're taught it's a sign of inadequacy, a crack in our character. You feel it surge when a colleague gets the promotion you coveted, when a friend buys the house you dreamed of, or when an acquaintance achieves a public milestone that echoes your secret desires. This visceral reaction, the tightening in your gut, the quickening of your pulse, is instinctively labeled bad. But what if this immediate condemnation prevents you from uncovering its profound, invaluable message? What if this poison is actually an antidote? The Stoics understood this fundamental truth. It is not things themselves that disturb men, but their judgments about these things, as Epictetus wisely taught. Your jealousy isn't inherently evil, it's your judgment of it and the subsequent negative stories you tell yourself that cause suffering. The external event, someone else's success, is neutral. It simply is . Your internal reaction, your interpretive lens, is where the trouble or triumph begins. This insight grants you immense power, for while you cannot control others' achievements, you hold absolute dominion over your own mind, your own interpretations, and ultimately, your own emotional response. Consider jealousy as a sophisticated internal signal, a highly sensitive radar dish pointing directly at your deepest, often unacknowledged aspirations. It doesn't highlight what you hate, it highlights what you desire . When you feel that pang of envy, it's not just about what they have, it's about what that thing represents to you. Is it recognition, security, freedom, creativity? This emotion acts as an alarm bell, ringing loudest in the areas of your life that demand your immediate attention, the very frontiers of your untapped potential and unfulfilled dreams. It's a call to self-inquiry, not self-condemnation. Think of it this way: a compass does not judge the destination, it simply indicates direction. You wouldn't curse a compass for pointing north when you want to go east, you'd reorient yourself. Similarly, jealousy isn't a curse, it's a precise navigational tool. It reveals the magnetic north of your ambition, the true east of your values, or the southwest of your suppressed desires. The challenge isn't to silence the compass, but to learn its language. To decipher its subtle movements and understand the profound direction it's trying to guide you towards, offering clarity on your most authentic life path. To leverage this compass, you must first deconstruct the envy. Don't generalize. When you feel jealous of their success, get brutally specific. Is it their financial freedom, the recognition they receive, the impact they're making, or the perceived effortless joy in their life? Take the example of Sarah, who felt crippling jealousy watching her high school friend Mark achieve viral fame as a musician. Upon deeper reflection, Sarah realized it wasn't the music itself she envied, but the freedom from her corporate desk, the creative expression, and the widespread connection with an audience Mark experienced. This specificity is crucial. Once deconstructed, ask yourself, what deep desire does their success awaken in you? This isn't about wanting their life, but understanding what specific elements of their life resonate with your unfulfilled potential. Sarah's jealousy of Mark's musical fame, once dissected, became a craving for creative autonomy and public impact, a stark contrast to her unfulfilling career in data entry. This insight catalyzed her to enroll in evening writing classes, eventually leading her to publish a successful online blog. This process of identifying the core desire transforms corrosive envy into constructive self-awareness, illuminating your personal blueprint for growth. Let's apply this to a common scenario: career jealousy. You see a colleague, Perhaps someone you deem less deserving receive a promotion or a significant raise. The immediate instinct is resentment. But pause. What does that promotion represent to you? Is it more responsibility, greater influence, financial security, or simply validation of hard work? This reflection might reveal that your own ambition is yearning for a new challenge, or that your efforts aren't aligned with your desire for recognition. This isn't about them. It's about the internal mirror they're holding up to your unexpressed professional potential and drive. The cost of unmanaged career jealousy is significant. Studies by leading organizational psychology firms indicate that over 70% of professionals admit to experiencing career envy at some point, leading to an average 35% decrease in job satisfaction and a 20% drop in productivity amongst those who dwell on it. This insidious erosion doesn't harm the object of your envy. It harms you. It diverts vital mental energy from strategic planning and self-improvement into corrosive, self-defeating comparison, effectively stagnating your own progress and making your professional ascent exponentially more challenging. The first actionable step is radical self-reflection. Dedicate time to journaling or silent contemplation whenever jealousy arises. Ask yourself, what specifically do I envy about this situation or person? What core value or desire of mine does this highlight? What action, however small, can I take today to move towards fulfilling that desire? This isn't a passive exercise. It's an active interrogation of your inner landscape. By facing these uncomfortable truths head-on, you begin to dismantle the emotional charge and extract the objective lesson, transforming raw feeling into strategic insight. Embrace this uncomfortable emotion, practice amor fati, love your fate, even the parts that sting. Your jealousy in this Stoic light is not a flaw, it is a profound teacher. It offers direct, unfiltered feedback on what genuinely matters to you, often revealing aspirations you've kept hidden, even from yourself. Instead of resisting the discomfort, lean into it. Understand that this momentary pain is a prerequisite for growth, a necessary friction that sharpens your resolve. Welcome its message, for within its sharp edges lies the key to unlocking your true potential. Often, our jealousy is fueled by the illusion of effortless success. We only see the polished outcome, the summit, never the grueling climb, the failures, the sacrifices. Seneca cautioned, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. We project an idealized narrative onto others, believing their path was smoother, their talents innate. This fabricated reality distorts our own journey, making our struggles seem uniquely burdensome. Recognize that behind every achievement you envy lies a story of relentless effort, discipline, and often significant setbacks, a truth rarely captured in a fleeting headline or social media post. Social media provides a constant, curated stream of perfect lives, making it a potent breeding ground for comparison and jealousy. You scroll through endless highlight reels, exotic vacations, perfect bodies, lavish meals, thriving businesses, and a quiet despair begins to settle. This curated reality, however, is a carefully constructed facade designed to elicit envy. What does your jealousy of an influencer's perfect life reveal? Perhaps a yearning for genuine connection, for freedom from daily grind, or for a deeper sense of self-acceptance. The answer often lies beneath the surface, far from the superficial image. The detrimental effects of social media comparison are well documented. Research from institutions like the Pew Research Center indicates that over 60% of young adults report increased feelings of inadequacy and envy due to social media comparisons, contributing to a documented 40% rise in anxiety disorders among this demographic over the last decade. This digital comparison trap is not a benign force. It actively erodes self-worth and redirects your focus from your own progress to the unattainable illusions of others. You must become a conscious consumer of information, guarding your mind's precious resources. Instead of wallowing in destructive envy, practice strategic emulation. This isn't about blindly copying, it's about identifying the asterisk principles behind someone's success that align with your deepest desires. If you envy a speaker's charisma, dissect their public speaking techniques, their mastery of body language, their storytelling. If you envy an entrepreneur's business growth, study their marketing strategies, their work ethic, their resilience through failure. Learn from their blueprint, but apply it to your unique path. This transforms passive resentment into active, intelligent learning and a practical roadmap for your own ascent. Remember Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You cannot control their success, their opportunities, or how they present their lives, but you hold absolute, unyielding control over your reaction. This is where your true power resides. The moment you recognize jealousy for the signal it is, rather than the curse it appears to be, you reclaim your agency. You shift from being a victim of circumstance to the architect of your response, choosing growth over stagnation, understanding over resentment, and action over despair. Transforming the energy of jealousy is akin to alchemizing lead into gold. The raw, heavy emotion of envy, when left unchecked, weighs you down, paralyzing action. But when dissected, understood, and consciously redirected, it becomes a powerful, volatile fuel for ambition. That sharp sting of, "they have what I want," becomes the ignition for, "I will work towards what I want." This isn't merely a psychological trick. It's a fundamental shift in your energetic output, channeling potential destruction into potent creation, moving you from passive observer to active participant in your own success story. Building your inner citadel, a concept central to Stoicism, is vital in this process. This mental fortress is cultivated by continually strengthening your mind's ability to discern what is within your control and what is not. When jealousy strikes, your inner citadel allows you to acknowledge the emotion without being swept away by it. It enables you to calmly observe its message, identify its source, and respond with deliberate, rational action rather than impulsive, emotional reaction. This resilience is not born from suppression, but from disciplined, consistent self-awareness and intentional choice. This practice of reframing jealousy isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifelong discipline that compounds over time. Each instance of converting envy into insight builds your self-awareness, refines your understanding of your true desires, and strengthens your capacity for intentional action. You'll find yourself less reactive, more focused, and consistently aligning your efforts with your authentic aspirations. This consistent practice of self-mastery is how individuals like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca achieved their profound wisdom and influence, transforming internal struggles into sources of unparalleled personal power and purpose. So stop cursing your compass. Stop allowing the misguided societal narrative to blind you to a potent source of self-knowledge. The next time jealousy rears its head, don't shrink from it. Lean in, ask it what it's trying to tell you, dissect its message, embrace its wisdom. Then, with newfound clarity, take the audacious, disciplined action it demands. For within that uncomfortable pang lies not a condemnation of who you are, but a precise, undeniable blueprint for the extraordinary person you are destined to become. Your journey to purpose begins now.